Welcome to Mystic Moons. How's everyone doing this today? For me, where I am, it's almost 3 a.m. And I did want to go and ring in this particular date, the 11th day of the 11th month, with a moon messages reading. I invite you for these readings in particular. Well, actually, unlike the other readings that I do, you can go and consider your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Some of the readings I do also incorporate your Jupiter sign. Other ones too can also be your Venus sign, in addition to your sun or seventh house energies. This particular set is solely for your moon. So let us go. I think I do want a little bit of incense before I start. Actually, I think there's some incense. Maybe that's enough. A little bit of incense is a little bit of incense after all. Just want a little bit. Good enough. The smoke is so pretty too. How it's burning. Anyway, yeah, so moon messages. For these readings, I invite you to go and check out your moon sign. If you don't know what it is, head off to where you can get your natal chart, as long as you know the time, not the time, as long as you know when you were born and where you were born. You can find out your moon phase. Your moon phase, your moon sun, your moon sign. As it's early in the morning for me, late at night, I may mix up some of my words because it's been a long day for me. But before I end it, I do want to go see about moon messages. I think for the first sign that we'll do, let's do fire. So fire moons. Do you have a fire moon? Let's start off with Cardinal. We'll start off with Aries. Oh, thank you for the like. Yes, if you appreciate my time and energy, a like is always appreciated. So Aries moon. What's a message that wants to come out, doesn't it? What is a message for Aries moon? I do want to use 2 decks, I think, right now. So Aries moon, I have a King of Cups. Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. Somebody is hot, someone is cold, someone is curious, someone is reserved. Someone is open. I'm not going to say someone is closed with Queen of Swords energy, but definitely someone paces themselves. Could also be a tendency to be a little more negative than perhaps is necessary. I have the moon, Aries moon, and 2 of Wands, Aries energy. So first of all, I have a meeting here, Aries. Could be collaboration with that Two of Wands, could be what we have a King of Cups. If it's collaboration, Aries, then this is a union, a potential union between or about something that either you really love or what they really love. But they'd like to go and have your partnership, if that's partnership, as I said, with a King of Cups. Otherwise, then we're talking about interest. Do I say romantic interest? Well, at the very least, friendship. Someone is emotionally open, and the other one is weighing in the energy, Aries. How much to trust, and where could opening themselves up get them? I am aware that actually this deck is so muted and so delicate. I actually think I'm going to go with a stronger deck. I'll be back in 1 second. Let me get another deck. I'll use this one. So I do have a Queen of Swords. Let me just see if I can find her easily enough. We'll switch. Even though the meaning is a bit different with this deck. Where is my King of Cups? Could I get my King of Cups easily? I don't know. Oh wait, was that King of Cups? No, it looked like a Hierophant. Oh well. We know that we have a Queen of Swords here. But I'm going to switch the next ones that I do over. So Aries, let's first find out about the moon. The moon, I have the Devil. 8 of Wands. And the Star. Knight of Pentacles. Someone's trying to create an opportunity around you, Aries. Again, this could be in your energy. Let me go and draw out one more set to go and see what we're dealing with. But Devil, 8 of Wands, and the Star all under the moon. Aries, who have you been charming? And Aries, if you haven't been charming anyone, then what have you been focused on? Because this energy, the moon under with this energy, Devil, 8 of Wands, and the Star really speaks of high hopes. A little bit of obsession here would be putting it mildly. But this is also like long-held aspirations. And the moment you see that chance, you're going to go and take it. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if you could get burned, you're still going to go and grab the opportunity. That's the energy that's here. With King of Cups, we'll find out what this King of Cups is more like, other than the fact it has a 4 of Swords underneath. But with this King of Cups energy, either Aries, you will have an opportunity to latch onto something that a long-held wish. A little dangerous in the offer, perhaps a movement to go towards it. Something about this could be highly unconventional with the moon and the Devil. But it's still a great opportunity nonetheless, provided you can perhaps shed some, I'm not going to say morality because it's not morality, but perhaps conventionality. What other people would do or what other people would allow or how this would look. Once you get past that, you could actually have everything that you want. And Aries, if that is not the case here, as we are reading for a collective, if this is the second type of energy, then this is someone who's all up in their feelings about you. Or you could be all up in your feelings about someone. You know, energy goes both ways. In this energy, here's someone who's fully giving themselves a green light to act on their emotions, to explore their emotions. In this energy, it's almost like love at first sight, but a little bit more intense. So it's curious in that respect. For King of Cups, King of Cups gets Hierophant. Magician. We're doing Aries, right? Just checking. And Strength. Nine of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. Overall, Aries moon. With what you really want, you're not going to get it by conventional means. Accept that. I think also, too, in keeping in mind with that with conventional means, we're also talking about conventional timing. You know, everything is up for invention right now in your energy Aries. Everything that you want will be offered, but how it will be offered, how it will be delivered, Aries, is could be a little different than you imagined. There's an opportunity coming your way, and with that opportunity, it could perhaps test your boundaries or force you to become more open than you would necessarily expect yourself to be. If this is a love connection, Aries, which I do see at the very least friendship here being here as well. There's somebody here who is quite sincere about you, or they will be quite sincere about you. They're going to be quite sincere about you, perhaps even in the face of rejection. They're going to be feeling like there's a mismatch there. And I think it's probably going to come from one person being cold, one person, well, just cautious, and one person being hot. If I was to read a little bit more into this Aries with the Six of Cups energy, could be someone that you know, but it's also nonetheless someone who you have a really strong tie to. And we have the Devil again. There's magnetism here, Aries, either to a cause or to a person. That perhaps, Aries moon, you would be afraid to take as real, take as concrete, take as something you can trust. And the energy that I have here, Aries, what you build will only be as solid as your release to trust. Someone will appear, Aries, so overly warm that it could set your alarms up slightly. But as I said, Aries, in the energy that I have overall, those big gains that you're going to get, they're not going to come from conventional means. They're going to go and ask you to take leaps of faith. Leaps of faith, Aries, is what's going to get what you want. And also expect, Aries, how timing progresses for others is not necessarily how they'll progress for you. Your path, Aries, is not one where it can be cataloged into an A, B, C, or D. You do not fit into an eggshell or an egg carton, Aries. You are like the little quail eggs, Aries, that supposedly the quails lay as they run across the open field. Maybe under a bush, maybe in a clump of grass. Very, very unique, Aries. And you can't count on how you found one type of opportunity, Aries, how that's going to yield your next opportunity. So keep an open mind, Aries moon. Don't be cynical, Aries moon. Be aware, don't be cynical. And see how adventurous you're feeling, Aries moon, and go from there. So, our next sign, shall we do? I was getting Leo energy, I believe, with strength. Let's do Leo, and then we'll do Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius moons. What do I have for Sagittarius moons? I have the Fool. Fool with 3 of Swords. Strong Cancerian energy and Libra energy coming out here, Sagittarius. This is this current moon phase that we're in. He's actually in Cancer tonight. Oh, that was actually Leo. Leo. Aries. Oh, yes, Aries. I mistook this for being both Libra. We have Libra, Cancer, Aries, Capricorn. But more than that, Leo. It's all about relationships and bonding. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Chariot, 3 of Swords. It's all about trusting once you go forward, things not turning out quite as they should. Also, too, once you go forward with people, Leo moon, you make the choices, Leo moon, of who do you remain with and who do you let go. Who is going to facilitate you, Leo moon, in going forward to where you want to go? Is it to where your heart leads you? I don't know yet with the Fool. I definitely know in this energy, though, Leo moon, if something cannot go and match or captivate your curiosity about life, the moment that someone stops growing, the moment that someone stops becoming curious about how things work around them, the moment that they accept routine and that they're comfortable with where they find their place. Leo, I don't see how those people could be a match for you, because in this energy, you are constantly up for adventure, constantly up for learning, constantly up for exploring. It may not be that you're committed to what you explore, but you'll check it out, you'll give it a chance. And the people around you, Leo, need to be in such similar types of energy. You can't be with someone stagnant, stiff, crusty, boring, or dogmatic. Leo, that Fool also gets a Knight of Cups. Again, we're being reminded, Leo, that in order for you to thrive, really thrive at life, you need to discover things that you love. You need to go towards that which you love. It's a constant exploration for you, Leo. So many things that are out there, so many positive things that are out there. What new positive things are yet out there to be discovered. I have justice, the world, and King of Wands. Let's see, the Fool. I have Two of Swords, Prince of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords again. Okay, so first of all, Leo, perhaps you're feeling a little, Leo moon. Maybe you're feeling a bit antsy. I have Seven of Swords that showed up twice for me in your energy. It tells me, Leo, that you're ready to go and make a big jump, a big change. Definitely by the looks of things, Leo. Are you feeling a bit hemmed in by your current routine? Has there been something that you've had your eye on, Leo moon, and an idea that you have your eye on? You're ready to go and take, I'm not going to say a gamble, but you are ready to go and welcome the next phase. Well, the next phase, everything right now has lost a little bit of its color, hasn't it? Become a little bit monochrome. The routine that you have is just that routine, and the sparkle that you felt before or seen. Well, I don't see any more sparkles. The sparkles I see for you, Leo, is precisely that, embracing the new. Leo, I see a huge change coming up for you, and that change is something that you yourself will cause, will bring, will call to you. Leo, I'm going to say in this energy, take care that this energy doesn't sneak up upon you in ways that you don't expect. In other words, Leo, you're ready for a change, you should take it. Seven of Swords energy tells me that the big change that you're getting, you could actually go and work on it in a passive manner. You could work on it from the bottom up rather than directly. And then it could be gradually through the environment around you that you cause a change to happen. Especially with Devil, it's like taking your whole environment and doing the tiny, tiny actions that will eventually lead to something big. Change is going to happen for you anyway, and perhaps too in those tiny actions, which is why I said you should, maybe think about how direct or overt you want to be. Like in this energy, Leo, maybe just a smile at someone could be all the initial spark that sets off a future train of events that will just magnify and get more intense. A smile turns into a conversation, turns into meetings of each other's circles and so forth. My point is that I have a big change here, but it seems like that change would have a tendency to come your way, Leo, through maybe really benign actions. Something that you're sort of aware of, but not really aware of, almost flirty type of energy that will crescendo into the change you want, Leo. But I see that unless you take a bolder stance, Leo, as this chain of events that's happening, could actually lead you with a bit more drama than what you'd care to face, when Leo, all you really want is to bring back that color. Thank you for the like. Bring back that color, that sparkle, that light. Ah, hello, Cancer Moon. Well, we'll do water after we finish fire. But yes, it's a Cancer moon right now. Cancer moon in, well, in this particular phase, it's about thinking about where do you find inspiration? How do you organize? What do you need to cultivate to bring success, especially as we have just completed the full moon? Our moon is decreasing. We have a new moon coming up in what, maybe 14 days? Something like that. Anyway, let's go on to Sagittarius moon next. And then we'll switch to water. So, Sagittarius moon. King of Wands, Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck energy, King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Well, Sagittarius, 5 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles tells me you've already been working in the destinations that, or in the direction, Sagittarius, that makes you happy. Is that the right word? Or what you want to do? I mean, it's like going on your own path, even though maybe you're not necessarily pleasing everyone, but you're still determined to explore it. Even if it makes others uncomfortable, maybe it would make you uncomfortable. Could be an issue of finances too, or just, you know, the difference of ideas, or putting things together, getting support, the understanding. But anyway, 5 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles tells me that you have a path and you're walking on it. Maybe it's not entirely even making you that happy, but it's a path that you've decided on. And so you're on it. I do think you're on it for success. I do think, Sagittarius, it's going to be some action for you to take soon, Sagittarius moon. When everything before Sagittarius was operating at a walk, pretty soon an escalator is going to come for you. Pretty soon, some wheels are going to come for you. Pretty soon, things will pick up for you, Sagittarius. You have a breakthrough coming your way. All those kings. King, 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 and those 10s in the bottom of the deck energy here. Anyway, so let's go and see some more about this King of Wands. King of Wands, we got another King of Wands. I was actually going to do this a bit differently, but I have King of Wands again. I have 10 of Pentacles again. Also, too, bottom of the deck energy, I had, I think, a Wheel of Fortune and a 10 of Swords. You'll create your next phase of success, Sagittarius, by precisely not following the norm of how people behave. You have an opportunity coming your way. King of Wands again, 10 of Pentacles, and Magician. Someone's going to make you an offer, Sagittarius. It's an offer that's going to call for responsibility, Sagittarius. Could be work, could be something more formal, like literally a union of households. As we are reading for collectives, all collective trends come up. But Sagittarius, how do you feel about a new phase that's coming your way? One thing is for sure, Sagittarius, when before you were operating as an individual and the relationships, here's what I have to say about you, Sagittarius Moon. Perhaps Sagittarius Moon, as you've been walking the path that you feel most called to, perhaps the people, Sagittarius, that you have met so far, haven't exactly been either supportive, or maybe they just haven't really been your people. Maybe Sagittarius, you have found more than anything as you've been trying to go and make connections, ultimately due to whatever circumstances that be, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune energy that was there. Separations happened. Or simply your growth and commitment towards your path was different than where they wanted their path to go. And they weren't willing to commit to it or commit to you joining of the path, your path, their path. And what I have here ultimately, Sagittarius, is I have people that are going to go and support you on your path. That's what I get right now from this reading. Could be in this energy work. Could be. More than anything, Sagittarius, is really a change about how you operate in life. If it's work, that work is going to go and influence your next stage of life overall. If it's a relationship, well, a relationship is, a relationship, that your home is where all things grow from, all things happen. And Sagittarius Moon, expect that you'll finally go and get people who understand you. They want to work with you. They want to support you. They're going to give you power and ideas, Sagittarius, to go after the type of gains that before you didn't really have the success, or you just really weren't in the environment enough to be inspired to do what you'd really like to do. Anyway, an offer is coming, Sagittarius. I will say Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. What's coming, obviously, is work. It takes work to build anything of value. It takes work in general, but especially of substance, of value. But I see a hallmark coming for you. And that hallmark, Sagittarius, is precisely going to be available to you based through your connections of people who support what you want to do and how. Let's go on to Cancer. So Cancer Moon. Cancer Moon, I have a Knight of Wands, King of Swords. Seems like a lot in my Cancer readings. I get very strong analytical energy. not going to say guarded energy, but very observant, coldly observant. Knight of Wands with a King of Swords, though, tells me, Cancer Moon, that in this energy, someone has made up their mind to do something or go in a certain direction, and nothing is going to stop them. They made up their mind. Does it matter? Well, the King of Swords here is going to put all their resources into carrying out this thought, this idea, this endeavor. Does it matter if it logically makes sense in this energy? Does it matter the emotionality may arise because of this? Does it matter the tangible ability to go forth? It's just like, I've decided I'm going to do. And I have a Queen of Wands with a 10 of Wands. So I have a Queen of Wands who's very energetic, very captivating. In this energy, a Queen of Wands could either be a little hard to deal with, but this is someone who's a very hard worker. Maybe a bit hard to understand, or maybe a bit hard to approach too. Either way, though, somebody with an excellent work ethics. I do have excellent work ethic here overall. Very dedicated energies, very smart energies. These people can move mountains, whether it's one person or, well, it's kind of building out to people. But regardless, Cancer, what I have here in the energy are very dedicated people, very strong people, very strongly willed people. And these people will not have what they've set their mind to. They will not be distracted. They will not be put off. Queen of Wands with 10 of Cups, King of Cups, and 10 of Wands. It's worth it. Let's find out more about what we're talking about. Magician. Someone is determined to make their dreams come true, go towards that which they love. And in that energy, they themselves are very captivating, very lovable, very one to inspire admiration. Essentially, I have somebody who's getting things done, Cancer Moon. As someone is getting things done, we'll find out if there are other observers in here with that King of Swords, King of Cups energy. Could be that as you are pushing forward, getting things done, it's precisely that energy, Cancer, that shines a light on you. Let's find out more, though. So, Queen of Wands, I have Death. Seven of Cups. And Two of Cups. Excuse me, Two of Pentacles, not Two of Cups. The Queen of Wands is going to make a choice, Cancer Moon. Think about for a moment, although death astrologically is attributed to water, death is a transformation that is most visible on the physical plane. In other words, this death is something that has really visible results to you. to your environment. It has a highly tactile quality to it. Typically, death energies result in something you can touch, something you can grab, something that's built and very, very real. With Seven of Cups here, energy, both are Scorpio energies, and of course we are in Scorpio season. But it's like in this energy, Cancer, this Queen of Wands energy, is making choices. And depending upon those choices, that which you decide on, depending upon what you decide on, that which you focus on, that which you exert yourself towards, Queen of Wands with Ten of Wands energy. That's precisely the thing, Cancer Moon, that you'll be able to grab and hold on to. So it's something to think about. Also, too, Six of Pentacle energy. Six of Pentacles literally is the thought, our ideas, and how our ideas affect the material plane. So it really comes down to, Cancer, taking a moment and start making some hard, definite choices. If you haven't already, modes of action. Where do you want to go and focus your attention and your energy towards? Because, Cancer, those are the precise areas that will bring about the change that you want. In this energy, you can't particularly have it all, but you can have anything as long as you just narrow it down. It's all about the thought that you put into it, not even the action. Ten of Wands also too tells me it's lots of effort. Well, Queen of Wands constantly has been putting out effort. You already have the effort out there. Ten of Wands energy just doesn't pop out of nowhere. You don't go laboring and laboring and laboring just by taking your first step. Ten of Wands tells me that the work has already been undergone for quite a time now. Now it's time to refine, condense, and focus. With Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands gets a Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, that Chariot wanted to come out, and Seven of Swords. Likewise, I'm also going to say as well, Cancer Moon, I do feel you are attracting attention. Lots of busy energy coming around here, Cancer. I don't know how much energy or resources should you give to, I'm just going to say, people right now, Cancer, especially if they're not aiding in your endeavors. In this energy, too, Queen of Wands is very independent. You could be best off, Cancer, right now withdrawing a little bit and focusing on your priorities, because I'm not really crazy about a Five of Wands and a Seven of Swords compared with a Page of Pentacles and a Knight of Wands. Precisely because I have offers and I have interesting people coming to you, Cancer, drawn to you, Cancer, precisely of what you're doing to find out more about you, but they're not necessarily aiding your cause. Perhaps they could detract from it. Definitely they're in competition with it. Definitely they are intrigued by it. There's a self-interest here. And in that self-interest, you could find yourself perhaps delaying the results that you want Again, we go back to that Seven of Cups energy. You need to focus. You could find yourself and your attention, your energy spread a little thinner than what would be necessary in order for you to really enact those positive changes you want. So I'm just going to say, I see sociability coming your way. I feel they're attracted to you because they can feel, essentially, Cancer, that you're building something really special. And it's only special, Cancer, because you've invested in it. Of course, your talents and blah, blah, blah. But more than anything, you put the time and effort into that. And other people are smelling that. They will smell that. But not necessarily aiding that. I have interesting company. I have fun here with this Knight of Wands, but not necessarily energy, Cancer, that's going to help you get what you want necessarily. So keep in mind, keep focused, because I do feel like this energy is very fun, but ultimately distracting. Let's go and see. Should we see Scorpio moon, as we are in Scorpio season? So, Scorpio moon. I have the moon with a 10 of swords. You know, it's a little interesting in one way too, Scorpio moon, because if you look at some of the connotations, the symbolism for the sun, it's actually a circle with a dot in it. Although you'd think it would be the moon. I mean, probably when this person did that, the artist behind this deck, they probably like the duality of that. The day that's arising on the final end. The moon that's there with all its wide open possibilities, Scorpio moon. Scorpio moon, something's been staring you in the face, so obvious it's not even funny. So obvious and so plain that you know that which is over. So clearly, you don't need me to say. However, Scorpio moon with a moon here, with the moon here, are you still focusing on the endings, that which is ending around you? Or, Scorpio, have you seen all that is yet for you to do, yet for you to go into, yet for you to occupy yourself with, yet for you to be in? Scorpio moon, right now, you are a blank page. And anything that you want to color your world, Scorpio moon, you can. Your energy right now is open. Any direction that you want. There is no horizon line, no finite point, Scorpio moon. Wide open possibility, Scorpio moon. I think I may end this after this reading, so I'm getting a little tired. But Scorpio moon, let's continue yours. I have Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. I had Ten of Swords, bottom deck energy, right? Yes, Scorpio moon. Something's been buried for you finally. Nine of Swords, Five of Swords energy. Under that moon, or with that moon, under that Ten of Swords tells me that something has been building up, building, pressure, pressure, pressure. So much discomfort, Scorpio moon, have you been in recently, at least in the energy that I'm pulling right now. But now, Scorpio moon, that everything has been laid out or will be shortly laid out for what it is. There's no more games or strategy to go about this situation, Scorpio moon. Now the only thing to do is to look elsewhere. Everything that's been done, could be done, has been done. And everything that could be said or should have been said already has been said. Scorpio moon, I have new beginnings for you. And you're not limited right now by anything, especially not that of which, Scorpio moon, you're laying to rest. This is very beautiful energy, Scorpio moon. You are in the birth of something very new and very special. It's your gift, Scorpio moon, for what you've put up with and how you've conducted yourself, Scorpio moon. Because of what you've gone through, Scorpio moon, now the happiness that you seek is in your hands according to your directive, but all you need to do, Scorpio moon, is call for it. Call for it as you deserve it, Scorpio moon. Shed that massive anxiety you've been dealing with, Scorpio moon. For you are definitely a brand new person with brand new opportunities. Do one more for the water moons. We'll just round out Pisces. And at a later point, I'll do earth and air. So Pisces moon. Pisces moon also has really nice energy. The sun, an Ace of Cups. You know, in Scorpio moon's energy, the energy that Scorpio has, Scorpio needs to really feel where they want to go. Feel what they want to do, feel who they want to be, and they will get it. And in this energy for Pisces moon, you're getting a blessing simply because of how you express yourself, Pisces moon. Not necessarily what you think or feel internally, Pisces moon. This is more like how you present yourself to others, how visible you are, how do you share your thoughts, Pisces moon, how authentic or free are you to express your actions, Pisces moon. Pisces moon, this energy is like a butterfly. In order for you to get blessings, Pisces moon, you go out in the daylight and you flutter your beautiful wings. That's all you need to do is be yourself. And perhaps Pisces moon, being yourself is, well, we could say that quite easily, right? Being yourself is a hard thing to do. It's also a hard thing to know, like, what exactly is myself? We have ideas. And we're also aware that as we are forming ideas of who we are, we're aware of how other people would like us to be or perceive us to be. Perhaps the trips, positive or negative, that they put upon us, the support or the hindrance they give us to try and mold us into what they see or feel. And first of all, too, Pisces, in order for you to receive benefits, Pisces moon, the benefits that you are not that you are, that are really just waiting to be tapped into, Pisces moon. In order to receive that, you need to, first of all, be happy with yourself. Be authentic to yourself. In this energy, it does feel a little bit chatty. Putting yourself out there, putting yourself out there authentically. Maybe you're not chatty, but you need to put yourself in front of other people's eyes. And Pisces moon, if you can, if that's you, you need to go and share your thoughts, Pisces moon. You need to share your words, Pisces moon. You need to share that which makes you unique. And don't try and tone it down with that other energy. It's almost like being a little afraid that the authentic you, maybe that won't be appreciated. It doesn't have to be appreciated by everybody, just the right people at the right time and the right circumstances. Anyway, I have Empress. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. So Pisces moon. I'm going to say the more that you lean into yourself, your true, authentic, unafflicted self without caring about how others perceive you. And also, too, I do feel like it involves some declarations or positioning of yourself, however you best express yourself, Pisces moon. Maybe that's through words, conversation, dress, actions. I leave that up to you. But by doing that, Pisces moon, you're going to go and get the support you need. Also, too, Pisces moon, those connections that will give you success will come. Whatever you've been looking for, Pisces moon, If you're looking for better opportunities in work, what I have here is someone who will support you regardless of where it is you want to focus on. It's all in your hands and your choice of what you want to have happen. Interesting energy, Pisces moon. Anyway, thank you for the likes. I do think I'm going to wrap this up for right now. Until next time, bye bye.